Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back once again to your boy's channel. You already know who it is. I'm back with a brand new video, and we got some interesting news we have got to talk about. So, James Gunn, the man himself, is already working on Superman Saga. As you can see here, James Gunn's next Superman Saga movie to start filming sooner than expected. So let's check this out. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you're new here. James Gunn recently spoke about the future of his Superman saga and hinted at progress on his next project. In a new report interview at the Peacemaker Season 2 premiere, he teased work already underway. He also noted its connection to upcoming DC plans. James Gunn exciting update on next movie in his Superman saga. In a recent chat with a Hollywood Reporter, James Gunn confirmed that he has completed a very worked out treatment for the next story. I have no idea what that means. He referred to it as the Superman saga. He stated, "I'm working on that and hopefully going into production on that not too far away from today." The filmmaker who wrote and directed Superman withheld the project's title and plot details. Gunn says Superman leads directly into Peacemaker and added, "It should be noted that this is for adults, not for children, but Superman leads into this show, and then we have the setting up of all of the rest of the DCU in this season of Peacemaker. It's incredibly important." He also noted lots of guest stars coming up, lots of characters that are going to show up that we've already met in Superman. Gunn is said to be developing a Superman sequel, which was reportedly described as part of the Superman family. While unconfirmed, speculation suggests the story may involve David Cornswell's Superman teaming up with Millie Alcock's Supergirl and Crypto. They could be facing Brainiac and or the Authority. The next chapter may be a Superman and Supergirl sequel, possibly teaming them up if production begins soon. It could be released in June/July 2027. Meanwhile, Peacemaker Season 2 starring John Cena and others premieres August 21st on HBO Max. Cena said, "Instead of standalone properties, all of the DCU is now connected. As you saw Peacemaker show up in Superman, it also has a lot to do with DCU going forward." So, sounds like he's basically talking in riddles. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm not super excited for what this Superman universe has going for it, simply because if this, I don't know how to put it, but if the way that the second movie is going to be in the same breath, in the same just style as the first film, man, I'm not super excited, man. The first movie was just not good to me. Too goofy, too stupid. It felt like a Saturday morning cartoon that was brought to life. And then they're saying that possibly it could be Superman teamed up with Crypto and Supergirl. I don't mind if it's him teamed up with Supergirl. I just don't want to have another movie where Crypto is a big part of the film again. And I was seeing a bunch of clips on social media that were from the movie, not the movies out on VO, digital streaming. And I'm just like, man, this movie was just not it. So to sit here and say I'm excited to see what James Gunn has for the future of Superman and what he has going for this character, I'm not. Okay, I'm honestly not. Now, for the rest of the DCU, I know the rest of it is supposed to have kind of like a different take on it. So, some things may be a little more serious. You obviously got Clayface, which I guess is gonna be more of a horror thing, and then you have this John Cena Peacemaker Season 2, which is more of a it's more of an adult type thing because of all the raunchy and comedy and different things that go on like that, right? But as far as Superman, I'm not excited. Okay, I'm hoping that it gets more serious the further he gets into his saga. But I feel like because if Warner Brothers feels like what they just did worked, then he's not going to change the formula up and try and give it something a little more serious. He's going to stay with this kind of goofy, hokey style. But I'm just trying to picture in my mind if and when they get to the big bads of Brainiac and especially Darkseid, how is this going to work? How are you going to tell this kind of story? with it being goofy and hokey. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, as I sat back and I watched this Superman film, the more I got into it, the only thing I kept thinking to myself, I just want to go back and watch The Man of Steel, 2013, or Batman versus Superman, because it was just, you know, more serious tone to it versus this, which is more goofy tone to it. You understand what I'm saying? And to each his own. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna like Man of Steel. Some people are gonna like this. Some people may like both. To each his own. This does not mean I don't wish that this DCU does terrible. I want to see it thrive and do good because I want to see them, you know, just do better. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't get that with the DCU, so I want to see them do better. I want to see the Superman reach 3 movies that we didn't get with Henry Cavill Superman. But I just don't want it to all be silly and goofy and stupid. It just wasn't good to me. So anyway, what do y'all think about what James Gunn has to say about the Superman saga and any other DC projects going forward? Post your comments down below. I appreciate every single one of you for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video, and we out. Peace.